All right, this is Mr. Limeboy. He is now 7 weeks old. He is an F1 standard Bernedoodle puppy from Beatrice and Max's litter. He now weighs 9 pounds 5 ounces. So I'm expecting his adult weight to possibly get up to around 80 pounds when he's full grown. He has medium energy for the litter, sometimes a little bit on the lower side compared to everybody else. And he is a traditional tricolor. Hi. So he's got the black base, and then he has a white muzzle, and it's funny, he doesn't have a white blaze just because it doesn't start here on his muzzle, but he's got this full, let's see if we can see it. It starts here at the top of his head and runs all the way back, white marking on the top of his head, which is super cute. It's kind of like a little skunk. He does have white tips on the front of his paws, the back of his paws, and then also quite a bit on the tip of his tail. He has tan points on the front of his front legs, a little bit on his back, and then a little bit on his cheeks. I know I'm holding you so weird. I'm gonna put your paws down, would that be better? So this guy's coat is a loose wave right now. So I'm expecting it to become more of a wave and even maybe a little bit of a slight curl when he gets his adult coat around 6 months old, which will require grooming about every 6 to 8 weeks, which is pretty much the normal. This guy I have gotten to know really well because he's the one, if you remember, that had the leg break. So he got to spend a lot of extra time with me at the house and lots of extra car rides because we would come back to the puppy house twice a day so that he could play with his litter mates, but where I could just keep an eye on him and make sure everything was okay while he was healing. So he got to get a lot of extra socialization in than his litter mates have, just because of all the extra car rides and just the extra exposure at the vet's office and trips to Moab, which our vet's office is in, so that's about a 45-minute drive to their office for us each way. So he's gotten pretty used to, we get in the car and we just settle down because we're going to be here for a little while, which has been really good for him to be able to have that extra experience. This guy is another puppy that I call middle of the road because he is very calm with new things, but yet still exciting, wants to engage, is curious about them, but doesn't have to be involved in everything. So he's just one of those that's just much more of an easy keeper, just not because the other ones aren't doing something right, but just because his personality is a little bit more content with everything. So he's done really good with all the training that we've done. He's been really easy to work with. On that, he did really good with his test. He was happy to go check everything out after, except for the vacuum. He was like, yeah, I noticed it. I see it's there. It didn't eat me, but I have no desire to go check it out. So he's definitely not one who, while he's curious, he's still cautious about things. So he's not going to rush into it. He has healed up really well. We're going to do another x-ray just to make sure that everything is still on track, but he hasn't limped in about 2 weeks now. So he is fully using his leg, everything's acting normal, and everything looks good. So we're expecting a full recovery. It's amazing how quickly they're able to heal at this age. So we don't expect that to be a problem for him at all, for now or for his future. He tested well on everything else at the vet's office. Everything looks good, no problems with anything, nothing abnormal. He does have Giardia as well, like most of his litter mates, so we are treating him for that and expect that to be taken care of pretty quickly here. He would do good in a home with all ages. He'd be great with little people. He'd be great with elderly because of his calm temperament. He would also do good with other pets in the home or other dogs. He I believe would be great for a home for first-time dog owners because he is that middle of the road way. You want to get down and go see? We're going to have to wait just a minute, bud. So, yeah, is that okay? Thank you. I'm like, what are you doing? We don't practice this, so this is different. We're not working. We're just sitting here. He does give me really good eye focus. He's definitely one of those that wants to please, so that's why I think he would be good for a first-time dog owner, because he's really going to pay attention to what you're looking for and want to work with you on that. In fact, one of the funny stories about him is the first time that I was working with them, they had already gotten used to getting ground beef and eating that from my hands. But then I went to work with him where we were going to do some clicker work, and I wanted him to get some of the ground beef so he knew, okay, we're working, and he wouldn't take it. And I thought, oh no, he's sick. I mean, what puppy doesn't want to take the ground beef? No, he was like, I gotta go pee first. So he went to the litter box, peed, and then he came back, and then he got his piece of meat. So he just found it that he's very much like, no, I know what I need to do first so that I can focus on what we're doing, which I really appreciated. That was super fun. All right, bud, let's do your close-up. Can you see? Oh, good job. Now everybody can see your cute white mark. Yeah. That is Mr. Line Boy.